Forbes columns and really sharing education. And I really enjoy all the passive investing mastery classes that you produce. I think you get about 40, 50 shows right now, and they're very powerful. Great individuals, great investors that are subject matter experts in those specific asset classes. Welcome.
Well, thanks for having me. You said a lot of nice things, and I look forward to our chat.
So Patrick, you've been investing since 2007 and managing those funds across those multifamily lending. And if you can talk about that litigation fund, how you came across that, and what are the guiding principles that you stay consistent throughout those years? Because I think that's really what the most important is the consistency and being able to drive toward a vision that you have, or from the understanding that you have about financial markets. Yeah, you need to be consistent. So what are the guiding principles that you had throughout those years?
Well, probably like many of people that are using your audience, I was a hardworking professional in corporate America. So I got a mechanical engineering degree. I started a machine design firm. I started doing well, and I wanted to succeed financially. I didn't want to spend everything that I made. So I talked to the founder of the company I was working for, and he said, go invest in alternatives. He said, high tech is going to be a wild ride for you. You're sharp, but we'll get you into, we'll get that financial freedom or security that you want for you and your family. You need to diversify. And so that was coming from a very modest family that didn't have wealth. I took that advice seriously, and I started looking elsewhere, right? Not all eggs in one basket. I had no idea that there was a whole world of alternatives at the time.
That is amazing. So I've been discovering this also kind of slowly at the later stages of my life. But it's what you focus. What I'm enjoying over the last 2-3 years. What is happening with the technology, the information and the knowledge is open. I've seen not only you, but a lot of subject matter experts or really leaders that are sharing good information. And that was always done by books and really people writing books. Plus, I always enjoy those tools that you send. Absolutely fantastic and great people in those books as well. But I remember in your Forbes columns, you always write about upside of downturns. Can you just tell my audience what you mean by that?
Well, I've been thousands of investor calls now, and what I find is that a lot of the same questions come up. And so I write in Forbes, and I write articles, and I produce content that are common themes. And so in Forbes articles, I've done a lot of things, like explaining how to self-direct your IRA, 401k account, how to do 1031 exchanges, the asset protection. And just more recently, I started writing as through COVID about how to bend on the upside of downturn. Why? Because in 2009 and 10, I lost everything. My very first investment was in pre-development, in residential pre-development. That tanked during the subprime mortgage collapse. And so unfortunately, I was getting my ego battered and bruised, and I was financially hit, and I was more interested back than speculative, double triple my money every time. But the market was never going to go down, is what I heard. But if you zoom out far enough, you realize that cycle is predictable. The real estate markets go on cycles. Most all markets go on some kind of cycle, and some of them are non-correlated cycles. They don't always unfold together. Some are more steady, up and right, essentially needs type stuff. But specifically with real estate, we saw a major downturn in residential. Well, through COVID, we saw a similar kind of astronomical event, not subprime mortgage fraud collapse, but we saw the pandemic. That's one of it, caused major distress. And when people run away and hide from opportunities like buying low in a downturn, they miss out. And so I started writing on what does it mean to be the upside of a downturn, because just like in residential real estate in 2010, 11, I wasn't able to participate because I was getting raked over the coals. But billionaires were made because they were able to lend at very high rates for assets that are still good assets in the long run, and they were able to buy at very low prices. And the playbook leading up to COVID, for example, in commercial real estate, was you kind of buy something, you renovate it, you hope to increase rents, you hope that the cap rates of the valuations stay consistent so that you can then sell a profit. Well, none of that panned out, and so we see this issue where, man, maybe none of that panned out, and some of those deals aren't working. But now the prices have dropped so much, you can buy low and you can lend at high rates, and that's why talking about the upside of the downturns and setting up two opportunistic funds that capitalize on the upside of downturns is exactly what we did.
Yeah, that's great. That's how the business and investment should really be thinking about all the we always kind of have those ups and downs in every market. And I think for me, the best person that explains that it's like Ray Dalio. Did you read his books? I just love it because he's putting all that historical perspective after doing so much research and the provider of that information as well. So I really like that. I want to ask you about your vision of what do you see happening to really investments and maybe US dollar in 5 years? Because my personal opinion is with all the debt and digital currency coming in, are you thinking that our government or regulators are I know they're thinking about it. I know that that's the next step to turn dollar into like a digital currency. And where do you think that might take place? It might be, very very tough question because I think every nation is working towards that right now. And yeah, I think it's gonna be happening sooner than later.
Well, so I'm an engineer, classically trained. I'm not an economist, but I think one of my favorite economists, Kenneth, said it, there's economists that don't know the future, and there's some that don't know that they don't know, right? And it's I didn't get exactly right, but I, the I people get in debates about, are we in a recession? Are we headed in a recession? Is the dollar going to collapse? It's not going to collapse. Is it? I think fundamentally every every society has markets that go on waves, and all countries have a rise and a set. I think that the real question is, how do you? I will answer your question, but I think the real question is, how do you position yourself to ride the waves of different markets, and how do you position yourself to ride the waves of government rise and fall? And there are inherent ways you can invest that you see sovereign funds and hedge funds and private equity funds investing in an allocation in a diversified portfolio that allow you to essentially hedge against a lot of that volatility. And so I think that's, in my mind, not, hey, look, I'm a predictor of the market. So smartest people I know are admit that they're the predictor of the market, right? And some of the less smarter ones think that they are. But I like to focus more on allocation strategies that help to hedge against, such collapse. However, when it comes to the dollar, which we talk a lot about correlation and non-correlation, and you're asking, well, what's the future of the dollar? And it's terrifying, right? Because if you think about, sure, it always makes sense to invest in what we call non-correlation, or investments that don't rise and fall together, especially now, because you've got not just the black swan event, which was the COVID, right? That caused trillions of dollars to be dumped out there. We caused interest rates to skyrocket, commercial markets to collapse. For the first time, we saw eviction moratoriums. And now we're also seeing some other things in underlying industries, insurance prices skyrocketing, which used to be 3, 4, or 5% escalators. Now it's like double and triple. But you also see, sort of on a micro scale, but not as sort of like a macro scale, you've got the world's largest economies betting against the dollar, as you pointed out, right, with the BRICS nations. And these are big generational plays, and they're going to gain momentum, especially as China becomes very quickly on the rise. You've also got wars going on. We're in two proxy wars, right, through Ukraine and through Israel. We just bombed Iran. Like, that's one of the biggest oil producers, right? And so um, it tends to be that when times are good and stable, the dollar tends to grow. When there's macroeconomic uncertainty or economic uncertainty, the dollar tends to reduce. And we show in our charts how gold is as countercyclical, right? So right now, gold's like an all-time high. So my gold allocations, which I made when gold was high priced and a boring investment numerous years ago, are now gone like this. They've gone straight up into the right. And so I'm in a really strong position. Um, and so there are investments which are correlated to gold, like oil and gas. They tend to be safe haven investments, and it turns out 80% of the time, oil and gas, due to the roots in the BRICS nations, tend to trend together about 80% of the time. But then there's other ones that don't. And so I think that the decline of America at this point is fairly certain. Every government When will it happen? I think we're going to see ourselves follow a trend that England is following, right? Just in a matter of 10 years ago, England had more wealth than America. Now we are superseding that wealth, right? In the wealthiest individuals. But China, right, is now going on a stratospheric growth. And with their socialist society, they have the ability to control markets. They have the ability to price fix. They have the ability to outpace and unfairly compete with the Western world. Sanctions won't get us there. They're too big of a monster. So we're going to see the slow decline of the dollar. That's not going to happen right away. It's not going to happen the next 3 years. Why? Because our sins haven't caught up with us yet. We're dumping trillions and trillions of dollars into the economy. And if it's basically, I think it last time I saw it was something like spend $4 to increase the economy by $1 is essentially what's happening, but that's all debt. So we're going to be artificially propped up by just this massive amount of debt. And will we be able to create industries big enough to ever pay it back? Will we begin to accelerate our GDP, reduce our national deficit fast enough to pay it back? Highly unlikely at this point.
Yeah, it is highly unlikely, but I think with the if it's done right, at least from the AI perspective, and I'm looking from the higher level perspective, really socio-economical, and really looking at what's on people's minds right now. I think through proper education, and our politicians are not doing that. Proper education at some schools. Some schools are providing proper education, but there will be a lot of more individuals that gonna be joining communities that really leverage that information, and I think there will be a lot of automation in the investments as well, because even with your funds, yeah, you building those funds to allow others to participate in them, and that's how I look at the investors. That's what I do as well. When I put the project together specifically for like a co-living, yes, I'll be raising funds specifically for that, and the exit for the investors is 3 to 5 years. Those are usually the projects that we are taking on. We did a lot of like a self-storage assets, but now everything is changing for me to that co-living. So I really wanted to, your perspective. You are also a family guy. Uh, do you see the path for our society to be building those communities that are more tightly needed? Like there are neighborhoods, right? But there are neighborhoods sometimes
Mhm.
that are gated communities. I think we will be on that path to kind of overlap the abundance that we're gonna get from the from those investments, but and also we'll be able to leverage AI for not only businesses, individuals, but in I think everybody's life that is taking place, and I just don't see other way. The other way is wars, and yes, I am definitely worried about war in the
Mhm.
cyber space, because that is the next war there is coming right now. Yes, we got our proxy wars, but those are politicians really making their stance. Same thing with what happened in Ukraine, and yeah, and I'm Polish, so I'm very very close to that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and,
Hmm.
and really even like Poland declaring a war. What was it, 2 weeks ago, right? With those drones coming in.
Right. Hmm.
It's for me. I just don't want to discuss about it. I only want to talk about the policies, about economic implications, about what those individuals are doing. But with Trump in the office for the next 3 years, I am looking forward to all those investments that are coming in, with all that money that's coming to the United States, and I think there is a chance that we gonna kind of keep that empire position, but yeah, it's gonna be more open with the information as well. So I'm wishing everybody, the abundance, and I really, most importantly, people are scared. I think people are scared from the perspective of potential job losses. And as an AI consultant, well, I'll tell you, yeah, you're not gonna be replaced by AI. But if you do not understand how to leverage AI in at work in your life, yes, your value in a marketplace will diminish over the next year or two dramatically. So
Hmm.
yeah. So from the co-living perspective, I am on that co-living path. I've been co-living with my family my whole life.
Hmm.
Create basically communities where people do have a space for the co-living, and then services specifically by robotics and automation. So the projects that I'm doing are not gonna be done for the next 3 years. In 3 years, I am looking forward to hiring or buying a lot of Tesla robots or other robots for the instead of a staff, and that's why I still want people to have the communication. So that's why putting people together in a it's not gonna be apartments, it's not gonna be condominiums. It's really co-living. They just renting a room. That's what it is, and they got access to the facilities and wellness that I'm packaging with my projects as well. So that's what I'm doing, Patrick. But the healthy lifestyle. I think that's the most important. So I'm focusing on health, wealth, and relationships, not only on income.
I appreciate that. It's a really good balance.
Yeah. So that is always the most important. I definitely I do have one more question. Would you be interested in at some point doing and organizing a retreat for the for your clients, for the investors, that would involve going to different localities or around the world? I am exploring Thailand next year, and then Philippines and Colombia in 3 years. I know that I cannot do everything at the same time, so I'm just
Hmm.
taking a year study, analyzing the markets, and really looking at the opportunities, mainly real estate projects in other countries around the world. So
So I guess my quick response to that is yes, but not now. So one of the developments that my wife and I have been able to get to is she did feature-length animated films, and she walked away from that to take care of our boys. She's on extended maternity leave right now, and we moved to Honolulu, so I could be at home more often, and which means the time zones are on our side. By 3 p.m. here, it's like 6 p.m. or 9 p.m. Pacific or Western time. So people aren't calling me in the middle of the night. So I get every night with the family. So I've been actively working to do things more remotely and engage in projects with partners that are stateside. So I don't have to do as much as flying out every week or every couple weeks like I used to. So we did just post our company retreat, our Honolulu huddle, over the last 10 days or 12 days. And we had a great time, but they came here because I wasn't about to go like to Thailand, but to your point, there is something that happens. And my wife and I did, before we had our boy, make effort to join events like what you're discussing. And it is important that once you get people away from their day-to-day distractions, and you then capture them in the evenings too, right? Because I've done some international real estate events, mostly national. I did one I spoke at a $1 billion boardroom event, and it was a mastermind put on by one of my now partners, Javier Hinojo, and he went to magical places that, like, this was like a castle in top of this beautiful mining village in Mexico you don't know about. But what happens when you get people together and you do breakfast, you do lunch, you do dinner, you go out afterwards, and then you're engaging in between in in-depth conversations about, and you're putting together, whiteboarding out different things that you guys want to cover, and you dig into it deeply, you come back not just like you went on a cruise and were drinking too many Mai Tais and you're just hungover. You come back with a new mindset, surrounded by people that are whom you want to become or like-minded, that are invested in your future growth. And as long as you can continue to engage, those can become life-changing type events and build forever partnerships. Like Javier and I are now a partner in our acquisitions fund. And when I started working in this business, Bronson was one of the original people that I was engaging with at real estate events. He invited me to go with him, and we roomed together at a real estate retreat in the Midwest. And now we're partners in some deals. And so it's that sort of integration in each other's space consistently, that sort of vulnerability of this is who I am, and consistent, and investing in each other. I think that really does create shifts.
It definitely is, and it's a motivation. It's like you're pushing each other, and that's why I started with building a strong accountability platform for my students, for anybody that's joining my organization, and I'm giving them all the tools that they need for that accountability, and we do have special meetings just specifically to stay on a subject and focus on what you want to accomplish, but through visualization as well, because that is important. You need to have it in your head where you're going to gain at least some confidence, to actually talk with potential partners. And if you are in that game of raising funds, well, you definitely need to be talking with the investors, and that happens at various networking events, various training events. And that was my experience. I could not do it myself, right? You cannot accomplish your goals just by yourself. Either doing this as a business owner by creating your own organization where you're hiring people. For me, it's been a different path, because now instead of hiring people, I just work with the AI solutions that really are doing the work on my behalf, and really pushing forward with the direction of the Block by Block Alliance, as well as everything that we are doing under the Pure Experts. So thank you, Patrick. Do you have anything else that you want to add? Please promote your funds. I really would like you to promote your funds, because when somebody is coming to my environment, I really wanted to show them, hey, you know what? Did you ever thought about the alternatives? And then, if Patrick's got the great mastery, I really would like, them to also be part of your group, just for the education. So my group is becoming stronger and stronger. I have been part of several different mastermind groups throughout my life, and each one of them contributed to something to my knowledge, and that's why I created my own, and I'm looking forward to engagements with others, with investors, and really, I'm looking for the collaboration with thought leaders. The education that I'm doing is still gonna be towards the security safety management, because that has been my path throughout my life, and I'm happy to share those opportunities with others, and we'll be creating a lot of new business in our incubator as well. So those that would like to find the second, third, fourth income stream for themselves or their families, this is the environment that I created under the Pure Experts Media, and I'm really inviting individuals to engage. And we do have a virtual education, but we also do in-person events locally in Chicago. And next year we're gonna have concurrent events in person in Florida, in Siesta Key. So that's where I'm at, and thank you for your time. I am definitely gonna exchange some emails with your marketing department, so we can maybe coordinate some kind of arrangements. But I got my contract signed with the developers, and everything is set. So I am plowing forward.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Patrick, and I'm looking forward to hopefully, maybe we can repeat something in like 3 months. I would like to do, like a collaborative workshop with you, if that would make sense for you at some point. Otherwise, sure. I really, thank you for your time today, and I'm looking forward to the hopefully other conversations.
Feel the energy, journey to wonderland, colors, light, vibration, come alive. Texture waves crashing in the night, nature whisper, universal bright. Dreams from meditation, pulling me in, mixed media magic. Where emotion begins, oil and acrylic, molding the flow. Surreal horizons, letting it glow. Divine connection, beyond what we see. Energy rising, set your spirit free. Color sensations, dancing in the air. Light vibrations everywhere. Unfed emotion, can't hold it back. Soul's music playing on this endless track. Wonderland vibes, no limits inside. Feel the energy explode in the light. Colors colliding, vibrations ignite. Journey together, dancing all night. Wonderland, wonderland. Feel the vibe, feel the vibe. Colors alive, energy high. We're diving in deep. From Chicago streets to cosmic dreams, internet sparks, meditation streams, texture surfaces pulling you near. Now I'm in rhythms, crystal clear. Nature's theater, ocean jewel shine, divine light beam, making it mine. Visions unfolding in every stroke. Arts of fire, keeping us woke. Color sensations, dancing in the air. Light vibrations everywhere. Unfed emotion, can't hold it back. Soul's music playing on this endless track. Wonderland vibes, no limits inside. Feel the energy explode in the light. Colors colliding, vibrations ignite. Journey together, dancing all night. Wonderland, wonderland. Feel the vibe, feel the vibe. Colors alive, energy high. We're diving in deep. Stored of vibration, share it with me. Dialogue of color, set your soul free. No boundaries here, just pure ecstasy. Rise up in this energy. Discover gold and silver gleaming in our displays. Buy or sell coins, cash flows your way. Your treasure will wait, shine.
Hey, what's up, dreamers and doers? It's your Sal here, and if you've been sleeping on silver, it's time to wake up. Because this shiny metal is about to light up your world like never before. Picture this. Just 2 months ago, back in July, silver was chilling at $38.93 per ounce. Fast forward to today, September 16th, and boom, it's rocketed to $42.61. That's a solid 9% jump in no time flat, and the momentum, it's not slowing down. Experts are buzzing that by the end of 2025, just a few months away, we could see it hit $50 an ounce or more. Yeah, you heard that right. Your portfolio could be thanking you with some serious sparkle, but hold up, why the surge? It's not some random crypto-style pump and dump. This is real, tangible value exploding from the tech revolution we can't live without. Silver isn't just bling, it's the secret sauce powering the gadgets that run our lives. Think about it. Every smartphone in your hand, every 5G tower beaming those seamless streams, every smart sensor keeping your home lit and your EV charged, silver's unmatched conductivity makes it all possible. And get this, by the end of this year, we're looking at over 70 billion connected devices worldwide. That's billion with a B. From AI-driven data centers to the IoT explosion, smart fridges, wearables, autonomous cars, silver demand in electronics is set to triple, potentially gobbling up 23 million ounces just for this sector alone. The 5G rollout, every base station needs it. Your next-gen phone or laptop? Loaded with it? And with the AI boom adding trillions to the global economy by 2030, silver's role is only getting bigger. We're talking structural demand that's outpacing supply like crazy, 4 straight years of deficits, inventories scraping the bottom, and mines that can't keep up. This isn't hype, it's a supply crunch meeting a tech tsunami. So, here's the tea. If you're not stacking silver now, you're leaving money on the table. It's not just a hedge against inflation or economic wobbles, it's your ticket to the future. Affordable entry, massive upside, and that feel-good factor of investing in the green tech wave. Head to your local dealer, snag some coins or bars, or dip into ETFs if that's your vibe. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as $42 turns into $50 and beyond. Who's with me? Cash for gold and coins into planes. Our phone 847-376-8281. We are ready to talk. Drop it in the comments if you're ready to shine. Let's build wealth that powers the world. Your move. Love you all. Stay legendary.
Gleaming in other displays. Bars or coins, cash flows your way. Your treasure awaits, shine bright today. Cash for gold and coins and displays. Gleaming in other displays. Bars or coins, cash flows your way. Your treasure awaits, shine bright today. Cash for gold and coins and displays.
Discover gold and silver.
Marcus, a freelance writer battling creative block and insomnia, longed for inspiration. A wellness travel newsletter highlighted a Chiang Mai package, mountain retreats with cultural programs. Drawn to the northern Thai mystique, he purchased it, eager for a reset amid misty peaks. Landing in Chiang Mai, the cool air and temple bells welcomed him like an old friend. The retreat nestled in Doi Suthep's foothills, a eco-lodge surrounded by lush jungles. Daily programs started with hill tribe hikes, breathing in crisp oxygen that invigorated his lungs and built endurance, alleviating his sedentary fatigue. Yoga sessions and bamboo pavilions focused on alignment, correcting his posture and reducing chronic neck pain from hours at the keyboard. Nutrition classes emphasized Lana-style cooking, using organic herbs like holy basil to craft dishes that boosted his immunity and digestion. Marcus felt his energy surge, free from the sluggishness of processed foods. Evenings brought sound healing with gongs and singing bowls, dissolving mental fog and promoting deep, restorative sleep. His overall well-being soared, sharper focus, balanced hormones, and an emotional lightness that reignited his passion for writing. Chiang Mai's cultural layers unfolded magically. Visits to Wat Phra That Doi Suthep involved climbing 306 steps for panoramic views, where he learned about Buddhist merit-making and participated in candle-lighting ceremonies, fostering inner peace. Exploring hill tribe villages like those of the Karen people. He wove traditional textiles and shared herbal tea rituals, opening his eyes to indigenous wisdom on sustainable living. New places like the Elephant Nature Park allowed ethical interactions with rescued pachyderms, teaching compassion and Thailand's conservation efforts against exploitation. Departing, Marcus carried stories of renewal, his health optimized and perspectives broadened by Thailand's northern soul. The retreat's benefits had rewritten his narrative. Inspired by Chiang Mai's peaks? Contact Parinda at 7737106288 for your mountain escape.
The path, unlock the gate. Overall glow from head to soul. New worlds whisper, make you whole. Cultures blend in harmonious song. Places inspire where you belong. Breathe in peace, release the old. Parinder answers stories told. 7737106288. Dial the dream. Wellness travel.
Rising, we gather like warriors in the heat of the night. Sand or court, it's the same horizon. Chasing dreams in the glow of floodlights. Every fall, every bruise, every dive tells a story we're fighting alive. For the spike, for the dig, for the fight, we give it all. Tonight is alive. Raise your hands, hearts above the net. We bleed for this game, no regrets. Shadows fly, we're breaking the set. Volleyball souls, we're not done yet. Hearts above the net. Hearts above the net. Sweat drips like thunder on the floor. We scream in silence, craving more. We're brothers, sisters in this war. One last serve, and we soar. Slow emotional. Even when we fall behind, we rise again with one mind. No fear, no fate, we won't defy. Together we reach for the sky. Raise your hands, hearts above the net. Every star is a vow we've kept. In the fire, our dreams are set. Volleyball passion, never forget. Hearts above the net. Hearts above the net. Every scar is a vow we've kept. In the fire, our dreams are set. Volleyball passion, never forget. Hearts above the net. Hearts above the net.
Are you tired of back pain, joint stiffness, or muscle aches holding you back from living your best life? Imagine regaining full mobility and boosting your overall health without invasive surgeries or heavy medications. Welcome to Active Care Center in Mount Prospect, where Dr. Albert Poliziewicz, a board-certified chiropractic orthopedist with over 20 years of experience, helps patients reclaim their vitality. At Active Care Center, we specialize in non-invasive treatments for orthopedic injuries, sports mishaps, and post-accident recovery. Dr. Poliziewicz combines cutting-edge chiropractic care, orthopedics, and physical therapy to deliver safe, effective results. Here's why our approach transforms lives. First, we relieve pain and muscle tension fast. Through gentle chiropractic adjustments, MLS laser therapy, and acupuncture, We ease chronic discomfort from conditions like sciatica, arthritis, or accident-related injuries. Patients often feel relief after just a few sessions, with no risky side effects. Second, we restore mobility and joint function.
At Active Care Center, we're dedicated to providing personalized care to help you achieve your health goals.
Tailored physical therapy programs, including core strengthening exercises, dynamic gait training, and manual therapy, enhance your range of motion, correct posture, and prevent future injuries. Whether it's neck pain, back issues, or limb discomfort, you'll move freely again, whether for daily walks or athletic pursuits. Third, we promote whole body wellness. With nutritional counseling and nerve muscle testing, we support detoxification, improve blood flow, and reduce stress and migraines. This holistic care leads to better sleep, higher energy, and a renewed sense of well-being, helping many avoid surgery altogether. Just as our patients have shared, the exercises really work, and I avoided surgery thanks to this rehab. Don't let pain hold you back any longer. Call Dr. Albert Poliziewicz at 847-670-1111 to schedule your consultation at Active Care Center. Take the first step to better health and mobility, naturally and effectively.
We invite you. We will take care of your pain very quickly.
Yeah, let's go. 18 pure experts, calling all the pros. Andy Babala got the keys, dial up 630-688-1029. Level up, feel the vibe. Health well, relationships come alive. Real estate kings and queens, investors on the rise. A-team dropping insights, open your eyes. Mastermind networks, Slimview calls your name. AI automation, changing up the game. Pure experts, ecosystem building empires strong. Workshops on the fire where the leaders belong. From black, we're revitalizing streets to abundance, health, keeping bodies elite. Growth and innovation, that's the core we chase. Ethical leadership in every single space. Mentorship, waiting opportunities, knock down that number, unlock the lock. Level up, rise, team calling you. Your experts rise and make your dreams come true. Andy Babala, 630-688-1029. Health, wealth, relations shine. Health, wealth, relations shine. Oh, investors crush. Down now, let's build that empire high. Business accelerators, funding for the bold. Travel clubs go Hawaii, stories that untold. Fractional execs, AI arbitrage plays. Remodeling homes, prepping for the sales. Power partners linking, 3-year master plan. Community in the box, grab it while you can. Real assets scaling on services on fleet. Pure experts got the tools, peak after peak. Growth and innovation, that's the core we chase. Ethical leadership in every single space. Mentorship, waiting opportunities, knock down that number, unlock the lock. Level up, rise, every team calling you. Your experts rise and make your dreams come true. Andy Babala, 630-688-1029. Health, wealth, relations shine. Health, wealth, relations shine. Oh, investors crush. Down now, let's build that empire high. For the decisive ones, U.S. pros in the game. Call Andy now, ain't nothing the same. From workshops to syndicates, we're taking flight. Team, your experts own the night. Yeah. Level up by 630-688-1029. Level up by, yeah. Level up by 630-688-1029. Level up by, yeah, let's go. Team, your experts calling all the pros. Yeah, and they baba.
Marcus, a freelance writer battling creative block and insomnia, longed for inspiration. A wellness travel newsletter highlighted a Chiang Mai package, mountain retreats with cultural programs. Drawn to the northern Thai mystique, he purchased it, eager for a reset amid misty peaks. Landing in Chiang Mai, the cool air and temple bells welcomed him like an old friend. The retreat nestled in Doi Suthep's foothills, a eco-lodge surrounded by lush jungles. Daily programs started with hill tribe hikes, breathing in crisp oxygen that invigorated his lungs and built endurance. Alleviating his sedentary fatigue. Yoga sessions in bamboo pavilions focused on alignment, correcting his posture and reducing chronic neck pain from hours at the keyboard. Nutrition classes emphasized Lana-style cooking, using organic herbs like holy basil to craft dishes that boosted his immunity and digestion. Marcus felt his energy surge, free from the sluggishness of processed foods. Evenings brought sound healing with gongs and singing bowls, dissolving mental fog and promoting deep, restorative sleep. His overall well-being soared, sharper focus, balanced hormones, and an emotional lightness that reignited his passion for writing. Chiang Mai's cultural layers unfolded magically. Visits to Wat Phra That Doi Suthep involved